We play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew and Steve here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another episode of Spellhunters, an Age of Sigmar narrative campaign. We can change the name of the show now to Spellbusters.
Spellbusters.
Who you gonna win and end the spells in your neighborhood?
Are you gonna rewrite the whole song right now?
Who you gonna call? Spellbusters!
Oh, embarrassing.
With a quicksilver sword cutting through your head. Who you gonna call? Spellbusters! I'm gonna stop there. I'm sorry. Our views just went. There's nobody watching anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to another episode of Spellhunters, the narrative campaign for Age of Sigmar, where Steve leads his motley group of wizards who are actually called the Spellbusters, thanks to Fraxolutionation.
Yeah.
Fraxolutionation.
We busted one spell.
Yes, and you've busted one spell so far. You could not dispel the gnashing jaws for whatever reason. You just dispel.
Nines are hard.
Yeah, rolling 9 or higher is hard. And yeah, so this spoilers for last week's stuff. So if this is your first episode, I would suggest that you stop here and go back and watch episodes 1 and 2, because this is a story-driven campaign where the story progresses, the characters progress, and it's a lot of fun that way. So you don't want to spoil the story, and I am going to spoil the story if you keep watching. And of course, if you are not yet a Vault member, then there is a special offer going on right now, MiniWarGaming.com/Spellhunters, on the link below, that lets you get the entire narrative campaign for free, even though half of it is in the Vault. Even if you cancel your Vault membership, you'll still get it. So go check that out. And if you are a Vault member, thank you so much for allowing us to do this for a job, because it's awesome. So, last week, you got teleported or transported or whisked away through the magic whatever. We don't know exactly how it worked. Thanks to the sphere thing that you're holding. To the realm's edge of the Realm of Metal, where you faced off against the stampeding colossal squigs.
Yep.
And a bunch of grots running for their lives. And you succeeded. Unfortunately, all of your hired mercenaries died.
Yes.
Like, really died.
Yes.
And we're actually going to keep them dead. Like, I can, as a GM, with my discretion, be like, oh, they're just knocked over. And
2 of them actually ran away.
yeah.
The rest all died.
Yeah, the ones that ran away were definitely not hiring back. Because they're now running in the realm's edge of the Realm of Metal. How long do you think they're going to last anyways?
More Steel Rain will get them.
Yeah, some Steel Rain will get. Oh yeah, the other 8 of them were the Steel Rain.
Yeah.
I think I'd run away from that too.
Yeah, well.
It's like, okay, we just got teleported somewhere. Where the heck are we? Oh, this literally.
8 of your friends just fall to the ground.
Yeah, 8 of 10 of you are just instantly downed by this literally rain that is steel. Like, ow. Ow, it's raining bullets.
But it only rained on them, and everybody's really right around them. It didn't rain on anybody else.
Yeah, just
It was
blah.
just rain.
The cloud gathers right over them and just right over them, and they're dead. And so yeah, that was a little traumatizing for them. The ogres got eaten by by one of the colossal squigs.
Yep.
The skeletons just kind of got bashed to so many pieces, and as your necromancer tried to reassemble them with his magics, there's a lot of their bones had actually transmuted to different kinds of metal, and so that was too hard to put the death magic back into them. So they're standing. You guys are standing around. Your wizards are all standing around, wondering what to do next. As the ogre gets up, he's got a huge gash down his side from one of the spells that just slammed into him, and the gnashing jaws that just kind of took a chunk out of him. So he's not feeling too good. He's down a wound.
Eating up all my guys.
And your necromancer, as much as he was unscathed, doesn't feel that way. He's feeling, especially with all the life magic that keeps coursing through him, it's just not making him feel very good. And you're kind of stuck in the realm's edge, wondering what to do. And as you wander around for a few hours and just try to avoid whatever dangers are there, and trying to figure out how do you make a 10 to 12 day journey back when you have hardly any provisions left, and you're somewhere where it's like the opposite of places where your life can really happen. The sphere thing starts to act strangely, acts differently than it ever has before. The necromancer notices this. It's kind of pulsing these weird magics, and as he looks at it, he can see it swirling some new images again. But this time, it's not swirling them like it happened the first time, where it became clear. It's like it's reaching out to some other place. But at the same time, the images are shaking and shuddering as they are trying to coalesce on something. And there's one image that keeps coming up of this huge, huge graveyard. but then it gets pushed away into the back, and another image comes up of a forest instead. But then all of a sudden, the graveyard image gets pulled to the front, and then gets yanked to the back, and pulled to the front, and yanked to the back, and finally gets pulled to the front, and it shakes and stabilizes there, and then it expands. The entire sphere expands once again, very rapidly around the 5 wizards and around the Spellbusters. And all of a sudden, as it expands, they can see themselves in the graveyard, and then it retracts back down to a normal size. And the moment you enter this, you look around and you're surrounded by arcane ruins, and just, it's a graveyard for as far as you can see, all the way to the horizon. It's just for miles away. It's just this flat plains, nothing but mausoleums and gravestones and arcane ruins. Hardly anything alive anywhere. There's bones everywhere. It's just a massive, massive graveyard. Your necromancer is, not surprisingly, a little excited. He can feel just this powerful amount of death magic coursing through the area, which makes him realize, hey guys, I think we're not only just we're in the realm of Shyish somehow, which I would have said is impossible, except for the fact that we just got teleported before, and this thing had done it once before. But not just that, but the level of magic makes him feel like they're actually quite near the center of the Realm of Shyish.
Ooh.
Remember, the Realm of Shyish is the opposite of the other realms,
Right.
where it's the center that has more of the magic because of Nagash's inverted pyramid thing that he made that's spinning, and it's now drawing all the magic towards the middle. And he can feel it, and it's coursing so strongly through it that he just at a glance, you see him look over at some bones there, and he just waves his hand, and the bones all collect together, and a bunch of skeletons stand up. And he just looks over, and normally that was all that he would be able to do, and it would take a lot more concentration, but he just does it without even thinking about it. And he decides to test this, and he waves his hand around behind him, and all of a sudden a bunch of zombies just kind of punch out of the ground, and they start to stand up. And at that point he starts to look a little more weary, like it's taken a lot of control to keep these guys in check. But he can still feel all this through him. And as he pulls them up, he can feel the death magic start to tug at him, and all the other wizards are kind of watching him, and they can feel this pulsing energy as well. They can even instinctively reach out, and they can feel all the souls that are buried and gathered around here. And they could almost pull up some of them as well, but not quite. This is not quite that powerful for them to instinctively be able to raise the dead as well. But they can also see that it's starting to coalesce into the necromancer and starting to pull him apart.
Ugh.
And he's struggling to keep his form. You can start to see shades of his spirit just rip out of him a little bit and then come back in, and rip it out of him and come back in. It's really tugging at him. And that's when the other wizards start to call out to him and warn him to stop doing what he's doing, because it's just doing too much to him. And so after he does that, all of a sudden all the dead that he just raised just collapse, and he releases them, and they all collapse to the ground. And he's just standing there wondering what to do, and he notices nearby, he can feel some of that death magic coalescing into these arcane ruins that are nearby. And he walks over to them and he investigates them. All the wizards are looking at it, and they can feel this thrumming magic coming from this one arcane ruin. And just as they're looking at it, they feel a chill run up their spines or down their spines. And that's when they look around, and off in the distance, all around them, they start to see these apparitions appear.
Oh.
These ghosts start to appear. And the necromancer recognizes what they are. And that is Night Haunt. And they are not just coalescing, but they are coming in. They actually are clearly coming towards where you are. And as they get closer off the distance, you can see this ominous Knight of Shrouds on a skeletal steed. And he looks over there, and all of a sudden you hear the voice carried over the winds, as if you can tell that he's speaking it, but it's being carried through the winds to you. And this voice says,
My master demands the Alpha. The Alpha Sphere is his, and you will now give it to us.
And all his minions start to come in closer, and you realize that you are surrounded, and it's just the 5 of you. And that's when the necromancer, what's his name? Kenyax. He takes a chance on something, and he quickly runs on top of the arcane ruins, and he just draws on the energy from that. And the other wizards kind of look at him, and they shout out to warn him not to do that, because they can feel the power of this thing. And as it fills him, but instead of tearing him apart, he's able to all of a sudden focus his death magics a lot more. And with great ease, this pulse of death magic goes out just right around him, and all sorts of undead start animating all around him. And he just kind of sitting there as he's stationarily holding all this energy there. And you can see the sphere thing, or as the Knight of Shrouds called it, the Alpha Sphere. he can see that it's all of a sudden thrumming with power as well, and he can see it's absorbing a lot of this death magic into it, and that's actually keeping the necromancer from just getting torn to pieces from this immense amount of power. And the Knight of Shrouds, you can tell, as little as you can see an expression on his face, all of a sudden you can tell that there's a bit of anger. You can feel this wave of anger emanate from him as he realizes he's going to have to fight for what he just wants to take from you really easily.
Friends.
And so all of the Night Haunts start to swarm on in as these undead minions burst out of the ground and start marching out towards them. And the Necromancer cries out, and he says, he basically warns you that you're actually trapped here. And he says that there's actually, this is a trap. You can feel it now that he's in this middle spot, that this is the core of this trap, and that there's 4 other obelisks nearby that need to have their magics dispelled from them, because this being somehow conjured this spell to rip you guys here, and so that he could take the Alpha Sphere from you. And you have to fight him off and somehow dispel the magics of those, because he can feel the Alpha Sphere coming to a critical energy level that if you don't dispel it fast enough, it's going to find its own way out. And that way is going to be very painful, as it's going to have to rip your souls through to get it to where it wants to go next. And that will not feel very good for all of your guys, and it will be very detrimental to your health. So let's just put it that way. So you need to get out of here quickly before the magics are built up too much, and your bodies and souls are just racked with torment, and who knows what damage that'll do to you permanently for the rest of the campaign and for the rest of their lives. And that is where we're at right now. Let's go to the battle report. We are in a giant graveyard. You're surrounded in the middle, but you've been given 4 units. We got some grave guards, skeletons, zombies, and some hounds. Gravehounds? Gravehounds?
Direwolf.
Direwolves, that's what it is. They are all summonable, and they are all working for you. This makes the Life Mage uneasy. It probably makes them all uneasy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, but particularly the Life Mage.
Dogs and
Yeah, they're all like, they're on our side, right? Yep, they're on our side. Your Necromancer is immobile. He cannot do anything that requires him to move. But while he is on there, he is superpowered. He's going to get +1 to casting and unbinding. He also has an infinite range for all of his spells and abilities. And while he's on there, instead of normally he can pick 2 summonable units in the hero phase within 6 inches and heal D3. Now it's as many as he wants.
Okay.
So if you have 4 on the table, then he can heal D3 from each of them, and there's no range, and they always count as being in range of him. So if they have any abilities that let them do stuff when there's a death hero in range, they'll count as in range. So he's basically supercharged, but at a cost. At the end of every battle round, he's going to take a mortal wound. If he dies before you dispel the energies out of these 4 obelisks, then you've lost. You're not going to die. The Alpha Sphere, as the Night Haunt, the Knight of Shrouds on Skeletal Steed has called it, will find its own way out, which will be excruciatingly painful and will cause every single one of your guys to have to roll on the death table. So, and that would be a loss, so you don't get any points for minor or major victories. But to dispel these, it's just like the endless spells before. Except they each have 3 points on them, and you have to roll 8 or higher to dispel, and you have to be within 6 inches of one of them in order to dispel, and the Necromancer cannot dispel these. He can dispel endless spells anywhere on the table, but he can't be used to help these. Except for one exception. He can do it if he expends some of his own energy. So if he takes a mortal wound, he can try to dispel out of these as well. So in your hero phase, remember though, you can try to dispel each of them once per hero phase as long as you're in range. So it's not like it'll take minimum 4 rounds. You could get them all in range and pop them like that. You roll an 8+, you roll D3, and if you roll a 3, it's dispelled. So he could do it as well, but after he does the dispelling attempt, he takes a mortal wound that he cannot ignore. No magic will work on him, including friendly. You put your shield up, your elemental shield, he does not ignore wounds on 6s. You can't heal him with life magic, obviously, because yeah, that's not. So spells will not affect him, but abilities that the Realm of Death will do, which we're going to look at in a second, can affect him if you so choose, or if the enemy so chooses. So that could speed up how fast he dies, or it could slow down how quickly he dies. So we're looking at roughly 5 turns or 5 battle rounds, but it may be more or less than that, depending on whether you all die. If the Night Haunt all get to him, they can still fight him. But yeah, that's it. We're going to roll 3 times on the Realm of Death table, and we're going to use the special malign portents, the power thing, where at the beginning of each hero phase, you roll a die and add the number of units that died in the previous player's turn, and there's this table that you consult that just shows that the Realm of Death is just grabbing all their souls and doing something with them. Except we're going to add 1 point for every round that has occurred after the first. So in the second round, we'll add 1, the third round, we'll add 2. If this is all complicated and you can't remember it all, don't worry. We'll probably forget 1 or 2 things. But in the end, I'll just explain it each time we go to do it. And so you can kind of just follow along with the story without having to worry about what all the individual rules are. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to get first turn. Let's go roll on the Realm of Death. You're going to roll 3 times on the Realmscape features, re-rolling any doubles. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Oh no, that's 2 things you have to remember in the hero phase. Life leeching. In the hero phase, at the start, you roll a die. If you get a 6+, you choose an enemy unit. They take D3 mortal wounds. And the other one's Winds of Death. You roll again on the 6+, you choose an enemy unit. If you roll a die for each model in that unit, and each 5+ is a mortal wound.
Okay.
So that can be devastating either way. So there's 2 things that you remember to roll for at the beginning of each hero phase. 6+ for each of them.
Right.
So you try to remember it, I'll try to remember.
Okay.
You've got the first battle round. So, Spellbusters, turn 1. Start of the hero phase. Let's do this really quick. On a 6+, you get to do D3 mortal wounds to a unit. No. And on a 6+, you get to do mortal... No, okay, you didn't roll any 6+, so you didn't activate any of the Realm of Death features. One more thing I forgot to mention is that he's so powerful that he can bring these back above their starting size. So we don't have to worry about how many have died. He just keep adding to them. So you can actually roll it right now. So D3 more of these guys, so 2 more of them, 3 more of them. Let's do that right now. So they just grew in size, just more bones, just collecting themselves together, adding themselves to your ranks. D3 zombies, so 2 of them, and then maybe,
Yeah.
Are they 2 wounds each?
They are 2.
Okay, so you get 1 more of them. Adding 2 more zombies, and 1 more, the Direwolves.
I'm going to start off with Life Surge, going on to the Direwolves.
I'm sure they'll enjoy that thoroughly.
5 or 6, but it's definitely 11.
Yeah, you got it, and I'm not going to try to unbind that.
Then I'm going to cast Elemental Shield.
That'll give everybody, all models within 18 inches, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, because you failed it.
Yeah, so he's going to go again. He's going to give the skeletons here Mystic Shield. 8.
8. I will try to unbind that. I do not.
And we're going to have Droth here throw Arcane Bolt onto the 1 unit range. These, what are they called?
The Grimcast Reapers, I want to say.
Tiny ghosts?
Yeah, little ghosts. Now, he has plus 6 inch range, which is why he can reach these. You get
Aha.
5, and that's 1 mortal wound.
Yeah, I got him.
Sorry, these are the Chain Rasp hordes.
And Czar's going to bring out the swords, the Quicksilver swords. It's a 6, and we rolled a 7.
Because he gets plus 1?
Plus 1.
I don't have any more unbinding, so you're good. You set it up wholly within 10, then it moves 8, and after it moves, you choose a unit within 6 inches, and you roll 12 dice, because we're not in the realm of metal anymore, and each 6+ does a mortal wound. Which unit are you going to choose?
Your mage.
The wizard?
Yeah.
He's got 5 wounds, so you need to roll 5 6s to kill him, and you roll 2.
It's
down to 3 wounds.
And with his lore attribute, he's just going to swap spaces.
Oh. How mystifying.
And finally, Kangask's put Dawn's Macabre onto the Direwolves.
Direwolves.
Yeah.
He gets a plus 1 to it, so he's good.
It's time for the run phase. We're going to start off with the
Graveguard?
Graveguard.
Running 4 inches.
And we're going this way.
They need to protect.
Next, we're going to have Durlag run.
So what do you need to roll for him to get to where he needs to go?
I can't remember, actually. I think, because I switched up because he's going the other way. I think he needed 2 or 3.
I got a 3.
I needed 2.
Basically, you want to move him within 6 inches of this obelisk.
But just 6, so I want to keep him at the max 6.
Keep him away from the bad guys.
Yep. These skeletons are next.
Running just 2, so only 6 inches. You could spend your 1 command point to turn that to a 6.
I don't think
Depends how critical it is.
Do well for me. Well, it's
Because you need to protect your wizards that are running towards the obelisks.
Well, we're going to keep that too, but it is a little disappointing.
It is, isn't it?
Gee, we're going to be backing each other up a little bit.
You don't want to expose all your wizards all at once?
Not all at once. Zombie's going to run next.
2 inches. Also shambling 6 inches away. Not happy with that, are you?
No. But hey, look, if I got too many high runs, I might have got too easy. Actually, wrong way. This was the gap I gotta leave open. Direwolves are gonna run.
So 11 inches!
Yeah.
You do that. Gonna try to block me off?
Yeah.
You realize I'm ethereal, right? I float right through you.
Yeah. And Drothy's gonna run.
What does he need?
More than that.
Do you want to use a command point, make it 6?
That'll take me there. And yeah, he needs another one. He needs another 2.
That was on the side.
Oh.
It was broken.
He's gonna take the command point.
Alright, you use your 1 command point, so you're gonna get him to within the 6 inches.
Yep. And finally, Yeslik's gonna run.
6! Of course he rolls a 6. So he'll easily get up within 6 inches of this obelisk. And you haven't moved him yet.
Oh,
He swapped places, but that does not count as his movement.
He needs a 6-inch run to get on the obelisk, but he's not protected. So
Well, just roll.
He's gonna run.
Just run.
Well, he's not gonna go anyway. It's too dangerous.
But at least
What
lets
he
you...
will do is he will come here-ish. Here-ish.
No shooting, no charging. So that is your turn. So we go into Night Haunt, turn 1. Mortal wounds to it. On a 6, I do. No. Do I get to pick a unit and roll a die for every model, and on a 5+, I take a mortal wound? No. My Guardian of Souls channels a huge amount of death magic and fails to cast the Purple Sun of Shyish. Ay. On the movement phase, spirit hosts on this side are going to run 4 inches, so 10 in total. Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da. Hexrays are just going to move up their 12. We are using the Night Haunt Allegiance abilities here. From the new book, of course. And the Knight of Shrouds is moving forward, ready to engage. The Alpha Sphere will be mine! And the Chain Rasp Horde on this side is going to move up 6 towards the Dire Wolves, skirting around the Quicksilver Swords, which are slicing through their ranks. My Wizard will also move up 6. And these will move up 6. We're coming for you. Ooh. Ooh. Gonna run the Lord Executioner 6, so it's gonna use that to bring him over here. And this Chain Rasp Horde. Ooh. Moving towards your zombies. Brains. It's ooh versus brains.
I don't.
Charging the Hex Rays. Oh, just 5. I don't think that makes it, but really the 10 plus is what I'm looking for, because then they get to fight again. Yeah, they needed a 6-inch charge. Knight of Shrouds is still going to be all impetuous and try to get in there on his own. He rolls a 6, which I don't know if that's enough. Nope, he needed a 7. All right. I could use his command ability to re-roll it, but I think he'll stay back with his Hex Raids. These guys ran, so they can't charge. The Chain Rasp Horde. Ooh. 7 inches they're in. Hello, Direwolves. Your Direwolves smell funny. Because, I know you think that they would smell funny anyways, but these guys don't smell with their noses. They're smelling the scent of weird magic on them. Because they're animated by death magic, but they're coursing with life magic, which is knitting their wounds back together.
It makes sense. Look at them.
Now they're just wolves.
Like they're half fleshy anyway.
Right, but that was because...
That's the life part.
Yeah, that's the part that's getting knit back together.
Yeah.
If you cast it on the dire wolves, they just become wolves, man. We should just go get some wolf models.
No, they're terrible.
These Chain Rasp hordes are going to charge as well. 4 inches is not enough. These ones are going to charge. Oh, there's our first 10 plus. They're going 12 inches and they get to fight right away. And this does not stop them from fighting again in the combat phase.
Ooh.
So we're going to go like this. Following all the rules for that, of course. You still end up closer to him. I'm trying to leave a space for him to get in. Am I wholly within 12 of him? 20 attacks, hitting on 4s. Normally wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s. There's at least 10 of them, but they get +1 of their wound rolls because they're near the wizard. So we're actually wounding on 3s. Oh, geez. That is all. 9 wounds.
5 of save.
They made 3 of them, and they got the life coursing spell going through them, which knits them together on 6s. Oh, we just lost 3 direwolves.
Okay.
Ouch.
It's going to be this one.
And remember, they're going to be able to pile in and fight again. So keep that in mind for protecting your Ogre, Fire Belly. 1, 2, 3. My Guardian of Souls is going to try to charge. He rolls an 8, which is enough to get him in, but does not let him fight right away. Boo-hoo. So it's just this fight going on right here as we go into the combat phase. So I'm going to choose these guys to fight again, and I'm just going to put all their attacks into the dire wolves. 20 attacks, hitting on 4s. That was a good roll.
That's a good roll, yeah.
Winning on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Dang. That's the same number of wounds as I did last time. We'll kill the rest of them. 5 up. Oh, he spiked at that time, so definitely not killing all 3 of them. 6s. Oh, kill 2.5. Blam.
No. I don't. Yeah.
Well, he's too far away to fight him if you removed him. But you want to keep them away from your ogre. Your turn.
Oh, I'm just gonna fight this mage.
You don't want to bring in your ogre?
No.
Although these guys have already fought, so. So fighting with the direwolf.
3, because my guy counts close enough. And 4.
Okay, what he meant by that was I said that he counts as in range of, like they always count as in range of him for any of the abilities. So if they have to be within 6 inches of a death hero.
He doesn't have that ability. What was I saying? That's not a thing. It was 4s and 4s. I missed.
Oh, you missed. Okay. The Guardian of Souls next to try to finish off that dire wolf. He's got his chain blade or his blade or whatever it's called. He hits on 3s. He wounds on 2s because he gives himself the +1 to wound. We got 2 wounds or -1 rends. You get a 6 up to ignore it. Or sorry, 6 up armor save, and then 6 up to ignore it.
Oh, right. What is it? No.
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 Oh, not bring them back. And that's a unit destroyed, which will possibly rouse some of the death magic going on here. Your Ogre has to. You're not going to pile in. So you didn't get. Are you within 2 inches, anyways? Though. I think you are.
Think so?
Yep, totally within 6 or within 2 inches. So you swing at them with your big hammer.
No. Well, yep. 4s
and 3s.
And 3s.
I don't care about your rend. Just get my 4 up. No modifiers.
D3.
Sorry, they're 5 up, not 4 up. So you actually got both of those through. D3 damage each, so that's 3. 3 of them go down. Battle Shock, it lasts 1 here and 3 there, but they're both Bravery 10 because they've got their champion. And you don't have any Battle Shock to take because your guys all died. End of the first battle round. He takes a mortal wound as the energies are drawn out of him. He brings him down to 4 of his wounds. And just like that, the clock ticks a little further forward. The grave sands drain a little farther into the bottom of the hourglass. It's 1 minute closer to midnight. Let's roll to see who goes first in the next round. Now, you get to win ties.
Yes.
Because you went first last time. So go ahead, roll.
Oh, well, I throw it first. Oh.
Oh, I win. Huh, this is actually a hard choice. Because we've got an endless spell right here ready to turn around and thwop somebody. But I think I gotta go first. Yep, I am going to go first. Wait, did we forget to fight with them last turn?
Oh, I guess they can pile in. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they within 3? No, they charged. They can pile in anyways. I'm just gonna pile them in. Let's do this fight really fast, and then I'll decide. Only one of them's gonna be in range. 4s to hit, 3s to wound. Oh, nothing. Okay. Right. Well, now we're rerolling 1s. Nope, they only have 9 guys, so they don't get to reroll 1s. Okay, that was fun. Got to pile in though. I will. Yeah, I will go first. So you get to move the endless spell. Who do you want to hit? You get to roll 12 dice. Each 6+ is a mortal wound. You could theoretically kill my wizard. You could.
I'm gonna have to go for your wizard.
Just move it over there. Target the wizard. Get 3 6s. The 0 6s.
Wow. 1s and 2s though. Tons of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, yeah. Do I inflict D3 mortal wounds on a unit of my choice on a 6? Nope. Do I then do a bunch of mortal wounds on a unit on a 6? Woo. No. He is summoning his abilities to bring back more Night Haunt. Needs a 6. He gets it. Would you like to try to unbind that?
Yes.
Who wants to unbind it?
By...
He gets +1 to casting and unbinding right now. But so does...
No. Well, actually...
Both of them have that too.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll go with the Durlag here.
Durlag? Got it. So I don't get to bring back D6 guys. Or heal D6 wounds. Movement phase. Movement phase. Ooh. Spirit host coming for your Graveguard. Let's get these guys in range. I guess I could still fail this charge, but not likely. Charging the Spirit Hosts. 5, so they don't get to fight automatically in the right way. They have to fight like normal people, normal ghosts. Hex Rays. They only roll 5. It's funny, right now you're just hoping I don't roll 10 pluses.
It's true.
A double 1 would be nice. 6, so he's not going to fight right away. Lord Executioner is going to try to charge. Oh, that's an 11!
Oh, that's bad.
Whoosh! Flies through everything, and he gets to fight right away. So he hits on 3s. And then he wounds on 2s thanks to the nearby Guardian of Souls, but any unmodified rolls of 6 give him +2 to damage. Oh, we got 1 of each. They're both -2 rend, so they ignore your armor altogether, and you have no way to ignore wounds, so you just took 1, 2, 3, 4 of your 6 wounds.
Down to 2.
Forwards will charge. They get 5, so they're in. They don't get to fight right away, though. Combat phase. I will spend one of my command points. Now I'm down to 1 to give them +1 attack. It's another 3 attacks each. And the steeds are 3 attacks each.
Whew.
So they're going to hit on 4s with their scythes, and any unmodified 6s do mortal wounds. Well, we've got 1, which is not a lot of 6s, but that's still a lot of hits. 3s to wound. Oh! All at -1 rend, which just ignores your armor.
Right.
And so this is just that many wounds, and they don't have any way to ignore it. So 9 of them die.
Which is the 1? Might as well be over here and prevent that guy from fighting.
But remember, he charged, so he can still pile in 3 inches. So you have 3 left out of the 12 that you had.
2 over here.
Just leave that one there to die,
Yeah.
and then let him die afterwards.
Kill 1.
Maybe.
Yeah. We're gonna try to kill this guy before he kills me.
Oh, sorry. There was one ability that he has at the end of combat phase to choose a hero within 3 inches, and they get -1 to their hit rolls. So yeah, that's
Still gotta try.
okay. 5s to hit.
5s.
Oh, 1 hit anyways. 3s?
Oh.
No. I'll do my Knight of Shrouds then. See how many of the skeletons I can kill. This big old sword hits on 3s. Oh, jeez. Wounds on 3s. And it's ignoring your armor because it's -1 rend, and they do 2 damage apiece.
Oh.
So it kills the rest of your skeletons.
It's gotta be zombies while they still got strength.
Ha. Do zombies ever have strength?
Well, there's 20 of them for now.
Well, it just gives them +1 to hit and +1 to wound. 6 in range. Normally hitting on 5s and 5s, but now 4s and 4s. All right, you got 1. 5 up save. Yeah, you didn't die.
Okay.
Yeah. Spirit hosts. Pile in. Oh wait, no, that's not going to be possible. Stay within coherency. Okay, just the 2 in front. 12 attacks, and the 2 of them hit on 5s, wounding on 4s, but any unmodified hit rolls of 6 are mortal wounds. So 3 mortal wounds and a hit, which wounds on a 4. That's a wound. They get their save though, which they fail. So 4 of them die. Not too bad considering how many there are.
They are gonna fight back.
They better.
I think it's gonna be the best that's gonna happen. Alright, we got a bunch of attacks hitting on 3s and 4s.
And 6s.
Or double damage.
Double damage.
Okay.
4 up save that is unmodifiable. So I'm gonna just do the ones that are 2 damage each first. Oh, I spiked it. Oh, and the 1 gets through. Oh boy. You're getting overrun by the Night Haunt. 3s to hit. Oh! 2s to wound. Okay. It's only 1 damage though, it doesn't kill him. But it ignores his armor, it's -2. Boom. Oh, that was pathetic. I guess the chain rasp hordes are going to try to do it instead. I'll show them how it's done. 4 are in range, hitting on 4s. Ah! Wow, okay. Wounding on 3s, no rerolling 1s. That's 1 wound, it's all it takes. No rend, so you get a 5 up to save it. Oh, he's alive! He's alive! How did he survive? We're not done yet, though.
Oh. Yeah, my hopes all up.
Yeah, because we have this unit.
Oh, I thought you did them all.
No, we got 2 more guys. 4 more attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, 3 of them get through. 3s to wound. 2 of them get through. He's gonna make 2 5-ups.
No.
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 Duroth. What's his name?
Droth.
Duroth. And these chain rasp hordes into your zombies. 8 of them are in range, hitting on 4s. These are the Guardian of Souls, but I do have a 10 model, so I get to reroll 1s. No 1s. 4 wounds.
4.
No save on them, so 4 of them just die. Burns. And to the combat phase, I think we got some battle shock to do. I think.
I'm good.
You're good? You lost 4 there and they're bravery 10?
Yeah.
No, they're bravery 9. You get -1 for being near me.
They're bravery more than 10 because
Oh, there's at least 10 of them. And these guys over here are bravery 9 as well. How many did they lose?
4.
So if you roll a 6, you lose another one. Oh, 1 more runs. Or just disassembles. And everything else just kind of died, unfortunately. And you did next to no damage back to me. So Night Haunt are swirling in. Will the death magics save you?
I got a plan.
Let's find out in your turn too. Beginning of your hero phase, we got 3 things we got to do. 2 of them are from the table that the Realm of Battle stuff. Yeah. And we've also got the Power of Death, where we have to roll a d6, add the number of units, and in our case +1 because we're in turn 2, and see what happens. Which order would you like to do that in?
I like to do the realm stuff first, possibly increase that table.
Okay. Oh, that's right. So 6 plus. Actually, it's in the previous turn, anyways. It actually says previous turn.
Oh, okay.
So no D3 mortal wounds and no other wounds. So now you're gonna roll a D6 and add 4 to it. Oh, all right. That's a 5. Kiss of Death. Pick an enemy unit on the battlefield. They take D3 mortal wounds.
Ooh, the mage.
The mage? Just like that. Go. 1, which he ignores on the 6. Been forgetting that, actually. Oh, he ignores it! What can he do?
We're gonna dispel with Durlag there, this obelisk.
You needed an 8. No, doesn't he get... No, he doesn't get any pluses to dispel.
Yes, look.
Yes, look, needs an 8 to dispel there. 4. No ogre here. You can inflict a mortal wound on him to have him dispel one of them. That hasn't been attempted.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Over there.
On this one.
And he gets...
An 8.
An 8, yeah. And that does not take up one of his... No, never mind. It's the life guy that doesn't take up one. So D3. 1!
It's fine. I have a plan.
You do?
I have a plan.
Yeah, okay. Let the Night Haunt win. So this one's down to 2.
Don't have a...
And then he can resummon in D3 zombies, 2 of them, and D3 of the other guys. 1.
These zombies are going to run and retreat.
Oh. Running away, are we?
Yeah.
You don't want to fight the chain rasp hordes?
To make you charge me again.
And roll a 10 plus so I can attack again?
Well, it's a risk. And we're going to run Czar.
Hold on, did you not have any more spells you wanted to cast?
Everybody had 1. I guess he had another one.
Yeah, he could have cast 2.
Well, he used 1 to... Oh, no,
No, he gets a spell for free.
Oh, might as well. Let's get these on here. Okay, well, Life Surge. We're going to go on the zombies. That failed.
Failed.
And then Arcane Bolt. That guy.
Sure. You got an 8, but does he get +1?
No.
Okay, so just 8. Try to unbind it on a 9, and I do not, so you do 1 mortal wound to him, which he ignores on a 6. No, he's down to 2.
And I'm gonna run.
Hide.
Hide.
Straight to the combat phase?
I'll fight you over here.
We'll just assume they're all in.
3s.
And then...
And 4s.
6s are double damage.
6s are...
Oh, you only got 3 in. Oh, no, 4 in, but 3 of them are 6s.
Same as last time.
4 up. 2 of them get through, so that's 4 damage. 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. I'm wholly within 12 inches of a hero. I keep forgetting that. So ignore them on 6s.
How many wounds are they? Are they 3-piece?
Yeah. So I got one of them back. Remaining 2 will fight back, hitting on 5s. 6s are 5 mortal wounds, and 1 hit that wounds on a 4. So that's a save right there. Okay.
5 you said?
5 just died of mortal wounds. And they're bravery 9 right now. So that's it.
5.
Roll a 5 or a 6 and you'll lose more guys? No. That's the end of your turn. That's the end of the round. So countdown. He's down to 2 of his wounds left. And now we roll off to see if you get the double turn.
You win ties, but I'm winning the roll off.
4. 5. Well, I've got to go first. It would be an obvious gimme to just let you go first. You move the Quicksilver Sword?
Yeah.
And zap him again?
Yeah.
6s do mortal wounds.
No!
6s! Yeah. I don't know, Steve.
No!
Ooh, they're coming for you. Oh wait, I got a hero phase. I should do that first. let's
You don't need it, Matthew.
all right, no, he's a new arcane bolt. No, I can't target him with spells. So I'll try to heal myself. I succeed. Why don't you try to get rid of it with the +1?
That guy?
Oh, he did.
I do, okay.
Yeah, he got +1. Knight of Shrouds. Actually, he wants to go for the hero as well. The Hex Rays will take on your Shade Mage. He's shady. That's a 5. Hex Rays. Charge. It's a 5. They're in. We know they're in. Executioner. Charge. With a 6. And these Chain Rasp Hordes. Charge with a 5. And I'll charge them too, just because 11, I get to fight them right away. So we'll come back to them and fight with them if it matters. Because if I kill him, so then if I don't kill him, then I'll go back and fight with them. Knight of Shrouds will spend a command ability on himself to give him 1 extra attack, and then he's going to try to finish off your Necromancer. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Okay, these are -1, which ignores your thingy, and that's 2 damage apiece. That's 8 damage. So he died.
I'm dead. Super dead.
Okay, as he falls and the Knight of Shrouds reaches for the Alpha Sphere, as he calls it, and all of a sudden takes all the magic that has been enveloping, and it just does this huge pulse and explosion that goes out. And it disperses all the Night Haunt, because it casts their souls away.
So we win.
And yeah, it yanks all of your wizards, which are now bound to it, with it, to somewhere else, which we'll find out next game. But it hurts. It hurts so bad that you might not survive it. So every wizard is going to have to roll on the death table. And it's unfortunately a loss, so you don't get any bonus experience for victories. 1 by 1, you need a D66. So what do you want to be, 10s? Green first or red first?
Red first.
Now who's going first? You got to call them
Start
out.
with Droth.
Droth, the ogre. 43, seriously injured. He loses another wound permanently.
Okay.
So he's down to 5 wounds. Who next?
Zar.
The Shade Mage, 23. Oh, the magic courses through his body and now he's out of control. If he ever casts exactly what he needs, the spell fails, and all units within an inch, including the caster, suffer D3 mortal wounds, and all other units within 6 inches take 1 mortal wound. If he ever rolls exactly what he needs.
Do Durlag.
Oh, he's dead!
No.
Yeah, because that was first, right? Durlag is dead! The Necromancer, 56, he's fine. Of course he's fine. Of course he's fine. And your Life Mage, 43, is also -1 wound permanently. You lost a Mage! He gets ripped apart. Apparently death was too much for this Light Mage. Kind of makes sense, actually. Each of them gets D3 experience just for participating. We believe in participation awards here. So 1, 1, 3, and 1. Unfortunately, not a big upgrading round this time. Only Droth, who was really close to upgrading for the second time, upgraded. So let's give me a 2d6. So he rolls a 6. And of course, I don't have the paper.
This one casting?
6 is can cast and unbind 1 additional spell.
Okay.
So yeah, now he'll be able to do Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield and get more experience. Okay, that hurt. That hurt pretty bad. You lost, what's his face? Durlag. So we're gonna have to see what happens next.
Shield.
Your elemental shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is a pretty big deal. We're going to have to find out what happens in the next episode, which is at the link below in the MiniWarGaming Vault. If you're not a Vault member, still click it, get a free trial, or better yet, use our free promotional offer, miniwargaming.com/bellhunters, to get the entire campaign for free. Go check that out, and I'll see you in the Vault.